Did you know that words in English can never end with the letter J? If a word ends with the sound J, that letter is replaced by either GE or DGE. The letter J at the beginning of a word has the J sound. If the J sound occurs at the end of the word, we write either GE or DGE. In the given examples, fridge and cage, the J sound occurs at the end of a word. But since J cannot occur at the end of a word, we replace it with DGE in fridge and GE in cage. This is the rule for words ending with J sound. If the J sound occurs after a short vowel, we use DGE. If the J sound occurs after any other letter, we use GE. Here are some examples for words ending in DGE. In the word judge, the J sound occurs at the end of a word, and before that J sound we have a short vowel A. So we replace the J sound with DGE. In the word fridge, J sound occurs at the end of a word, and before that J sound we have an E, which is a short vowel sound, so we write DGE to replace that J sound. Similarly, in bridge, we have a J sound at the end of a word, and before that we have a short E sound, so we replace the J with a DGE. In the word lodge, we have a short vowel which is O before the J sound, so we write D, G and E. In badge, we have a J at the end of a word, and before that we have a short vowel which is A, so we write D, G and E. The next word is fudge. In fudge, we have a short vowel which is A before the J sound, so we write DGE. Now, let's see some examples for words ending in GE. In the word huge, we have a long vowel which is U before the J sound, so we don't write DGE, we just write G and E. In the word page, we have a long vowel which is A before the J sound, so we write GE. In the word stage, we have an A which is a long vowel sound before the J sound, so we just write G and E. In sausage, we have an A which is a long vowel sound before the J sound, so we write G and E. Similarly, in marriage, we have an A which is a long sound before the J sound, so we just write G and E. In village, we have an A which is a long vowel sound before the J sound, so we just write G and E. Now let's see some examples where we have consonants before the J sound. In sponge, we have N, which is a consonant before the j sound, so we write G and E. In the word binge, we have an N before the j sound. Since N is a consonant, we write G and E. In the word change, we have an N before the j sound, so we write G and E. In the word plunge, we have an N which is a consonant before the j sound, so we write G and E. In the next example, which is charge, we have an R before the j sound. Since R is a consonant, we write G and E. In the word hinge, we have N which is a consonant before the j sound, so we write G and E. Now here's an activity for you. Let's identify the picture and the type of j sound at the end of the word and drag it to the fridge if the word ends in DGE, or drag it to the stage if the word ends in GE. Here are some vocabulary words for you ending with the words G and E. These are some examples for the words ending with DGE.
Like, share and subscribe.